First and goal from the 5, Edmonton Elks. The toss right to Rankin. Turns it back and works his way into the end zone for the Edmonton touchdown. Just like that for the green and gold. And they take the lead here in Winnipeg.
From Justin Rankin. Remember, he demonstrated the speed on that outside run earlier, threatening the edge. So when he starts going sideways, everybody on defense is flowing laterally. And that gives him a great opportunity to use them.
Snyder in, doing it again. Straight ahead, pushing, still pushing across. And waiting for a signal along the line. Just had to break the plane. Elks think they have 6 points. They discuss what's going on. Have another look here. Does he break the plane?
Snyder on the move. I mean, we can't really see the ball, but realistically,
look at where he is.
Yeah, I mean, unless he lost his footing and a knee touched down early, but
he looks like he's in. To get him back in the game late in the half. Bombers love to find the end zone. Caleros looking for it. Open receiver. There you go. Touchdown. Tim White. Winnipeg finally gets on the board.
Tim White, part of that cluster of receivers with Tommy Neal, Brady Oliveira lined up out wide. Just catching the D flat-footed.
Looking for a shot at taking the lead. Caleros stands in with time and off to the right. It's caught in space. Oliveira breaks a tackle. Gets near the goal line. Brady Oliveira. And the touchdown Winnipeg. A point after from taking the lead.
This is just easy pitch and catch for he and Zach Caleros. Nobody within 10 yards of him when he catches the football. Brady Oliveira with a little space and a head of steam isn't going to be stopped.
They want a touchdown. Want to kill some clock. 56 seconds. End zone long. Touchdown. TJ Luther has it. And the Edmonton Elks are back in front.
The ball in the end zone, but in terms of soaking up the clock along the way. Good protection up front. Nice throwing lane.
Chapman stands just inside his own end zone to kick this away. Lets it fly from about the 2. Pretty good kick. Grant's going to wait. And now he'll take it at the 44. Janarian Grant finds a little bit of space, and here he goes. There goes that man. Janarian Grant, house call here early. And he silences the crowd at Mosaic. Wow.
Turn. You're going to watch him here. This is a great job. See how he presses there, sets everything up. One cut. When you have the speed and the talent that he has, Grant just takes off here. If it wasn't for the interception, this has been a...
From the Toronto 4. Pressure. Harris gets it away just in time! Touchdown Riders! As he lays it out there, Keyshawn Johnson's got his second of the season.
Right side of your screen. Trevor Harris sees his cover 0. He knows he's got an elbow-breaking route to left. He sits in there. He knows he's going to take a hit. I'm telling you, knows it's coming. Delivers the perfect throw. We get feet in bounds. It is what it is.
Conley again. He'll throw up the middle. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Riders. Welcome to the CFL. Wally Conley.
He's left here. See them all turn, run. We press outside. You can cut back. That's the beauty of running outside zone if you press the hole. Tremendous job.
Stokowski, clock ticks inside 10 seconds. Kelly going to look for the end zone, isn't he? On the run, out to his right. Dumps it over the middle, down to the 5. End zone, touchdown Toronto. Tyler Commons got his 3rd.
He looks left because he wants that double move. Now he goes, okay, I just got to play ball. Finds Common.
Kelly on the run, quarterback keeper. Touchdown Toronto as the Argos quarterback does it himself.
I'm impressed with Chad Kelly's off schedule on this drive. This is in, again, we're actually trying to get a quick throw to one of them. Bombers.
Stevens up under center, looking for the end zone, over the top, he's got it! Touchdown time for Tommy! And the Riders aren't going anywhere.
Offside, Toronto, defensive line. Penalty is declined, touchdown.
Just 6, Tommy Stevens, maybe the best in the league at getting a yard or two. That's his 3rd touchdown of the season. From the Toronto 17 for Harris. Argos sent 5. Trevor gets it away over the middle to the 10. Now to the 5. Looking in the end zone. Got it! Touchdown! Riders!
Blitz on the left side. I was worried about it before the game, Dustin. I'm like, hey, you got a young guy in there. Hasn't played a ton of Canadian. Everything we can. Maybe bring that big blitz out, whatever it takes.
Kelly smack dab at 300 yards. He'll be looking for more. Looking for the touchdown. Got it! Touchdown, Toronto! Have yourself a day, Tyler Common.
And Chad sees it right away. He knows what he wants. Again, doesn't really have to go through too much of the progression. It's hold coverage, so that is the soft spot.
2nd and 10 at the 20. Little movement on the line for the Lions. And a flag does come out. And it's off to Mills. Head of steam, 1st down and more. Dietrich Mills heading to the end zone.
He gets out of there, keeps his eyes up the field, and then quickly notices that his star tailback in Dietrich Mills is open on the edge, and he gives it to him.
Dietrich Mills doing the work again, and yes, who met in the playoffs last year, familiar playoff opponents in recent times. 4-man rush. Rourke, he checks it down to Xander Horvath. Head of steam, touchdown BC.
Due to the injury bug hitting the Lions early throughout this game more than they normally will, and this time it's a little flare route from Horvath that gets outside, and then he outruns a good tackler. And
who met in the playoffs last year, familiar playoff opponents in recent times. 4-man rush. Rourke, he checks it down to Xander Horvath. Head of steam, touchdown BC.
due to the injury bug hitting the Lions early throughout this game more than they normally will, and this time it's a little flare route from Horvath that gets outside, and then he outruns a good tackler. And
trailing by 3, pressing for more, taking to Butler and throwing it to Jermaine Johnson. Oh, keeps his feet and scores another Lions touchdown. What an effort by Jackson.
To James Butler, that freezes the linebacking core, starting with Mikel Lee.
Can Calgary retake their lead for halftime? Adams to the end zone, touchdown! Jalen Philpott with his first touchdown of the season on his second catch of this drive, and Calgary answers right back.
Inside of the 3-minute warning to retake the lead. Here's the end of it on the post. Then changes in the secondary with Josh Haggerty playing safety, a little late to get there on that.
Now it's Quincy Vaughn in. 2nd and goal. Vaughn diving, awaiting the signal of a touchdown. Calgary touchdown, increasing the lead on Quincy Vaughn's 4th rushing TD of the season.
And then add to it by taking advantage of a Lion turnover. And I don't think there's any question he crossed. Look at the official jumping right in there, getting in there. Let's go. Let's get out of the way. Yep.
Saw Gary Peters there as well, waiting to come back. They've been missing him. Here's Adams. Left, deep. Hatcher catches it for Tevin Jones, excuse me. And it is a Calgary touchdown. Tevin Jones just falls in for the last bit. 56 yards.
2 Lion defenders going for it, and Tevin Jones, big body, he goes up and wins the fight, tips it to himself. What a catch. Give a little assist to the secondary there. Looked like Rourke had initial time.
Here's Tyreek McAllister for a 50-yard punt. Got some room. He can break it away. He's doing it again. Tyreek McAllister A touchdown return in back-to-back weeks. No flags. Calgary touchdown.
Well, and we asked Dave if he was thinking about putting him more in the offensive game plan as well, which he really would like to. But boy, he doesn't want to take away from this skill.
Short yardage at quarterback for BC. Left side jumps, gets into the end zone for a much-needed Lions touchdown.
A little bit of patience from Horvath. And now the Stampeders.
Yeah, won a Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys. Working back with Dave Wanstead and Jimmy Johnson's staff. End zone lock. Touchdown. Late as it is for Hergy Mayala. The Montreal native has a touchdown with the BC Lions.
Yeah, I've spent a couple years with Montreal and a couple years with Calgary, and is a big pickup with all the injuries that we've had.
Battling to try and maintain Michael Wakefield on that snap. Draws the penalty, has had a bit of a double move, and now Alexander over the top. It's Alexander Hall in the end zone! Touchdown Alouettes! Deep ball, Davis strikes from 54 yards away.
Execution here. This is what we talked about. Montreal, short play, then a shot play. But the legs of Davis Alexander is what creates this opportunity. Some of these deep downfield shots takes extra time to beat the zone.
Short yardage package is in for the Montreal Alouettes. Dustin Crum into the end zone as flags fly, and they will be offside against the Redblacks defensive line.
The spiking and stuff. Here you see Dustin Crum just following the big men. The big men are there's gonna be a mass of bodies. You're trying to stay as low as you can.
As another pressure look from the Alouettes, and they bail out from the other side. Going to the back end, and it's caught! Justin Hardy walks it into the end zone. And I think this was a single step in the wrong direction. Lapo from a linebacker bailing out from pressure that just opened the window, and Jake Mayer.
As people are dropping out, you're going to see Tyrese Beverett. This is a blitz, but they're zone blitzing. So as everybody runs to their zone, there's huge creases. So then they try to react to the ball. Tyrese Beverett, one of the best in the business, just can't recover in time. It's
4 receivers available. They'll fake it inside the bell, slant route, one-on-one, and did he hang on to it? Keelan White into the end zone, touchdown Redblacks.
You see all these extra bodies. You have an extra fullback in, you bring a couple of slots. That leaves one-on-one on the outside. You see all these in, and then Jake Mayer can say, I've got the one-on-one opportunity. I'm going to take that one-on-one opportunity.
Wanted to find ways to refine that. Let's see if they did. Alexander looks right, then back left, then tries to escape. Pressure on, running right, throws! Touchdown! Davis Alexander creates something out of nothing, like he seemingly always does, and it's Tyler Sneed on the receiving end.
This is what you hate about quarterbacks who have legs as a defender. He's about to throw the ball, it's covered, then he starts scrambling. You're not sure what's happening. Do I come up? Do I come play?
Wanted these pressure moments. Well, it's on. Montreal, full blitz. Mayer into the end zone, up for grabs and caught. What a catch! Keelan White, the Canadian, rips it down.
You see all these bodies up at the line of scrimmage. Hold on, let's see that. You got all kinds of guys up there. Pressure off the edge. Tyrese Beverett's free. They're trying to get a piece of him, but you throw it up on the one-on-one. Hicks gets beat. Keelan.
Scott the third watches from the sideline. Off to the left-hand side, and the play so nice. They gave it to Tice. Touchdown, Alouettes.
Standing back, great vision. Bounces it outside when there's no contained player. And makes the play on the outside when Marcus Barnes gets caught inside too far. No contain, jumps it outside for the touchdown. This team and made them one of the most explosive in the business.
You can tell from that smile, playing the game with a lot of joy as well, that infectious energy, not just the stats from Tyson Philpott, changing the way that their offense feels as the Redblacks, again, trying to create something out of nothing. Will Pimpleton's got a little bit of a sliver, now he's got more room, breaks it across the 50, and can he get one more block? Chasing him down from behind, nobody will touch him. Khalil Pimpleton, touchdown Redblacks. They've been so close all night long, and they finally get one to the house.
If you watch this one, he starts to do that. Everybody plays contained to the white side. He cuts it back in on the crease, and then the lower body strength takes over, and the speed and quickness to force the touchdown, the third return.